Hey guys, this is Mr. York. I'm here with my first period class. Everybody say hi. Hi. Very good. And this video is about tripods. The last video that we talked about was how to actually make sure that you understood all of the things having to do with batteries and hopefully making sure that we don't screw up our lithium-ion batteries. In this video, I want to continue where we left off there and make sure that we understand all the parts of the tripod so that we're not having problems with these. We got 6 brand new ones at the very beginning of the year, okay? And we want to keep them working. When I came here last year for the first time, we had, I think, 9 tripods and 6 of them were broken. And the way that they get broken is just by not being careful. Can somebody tell me what rule number 1 of equipment is? Just raise your hand. Go for it. What is it?
Protect the equipment.
Always protect the equipment. What's rule number 2? Anybody, raise your hand. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot, sorry.
It's okay. What do you got? Yeah.
Be professional.
Be professional. And of course, what's rule number 3, guys? Yes, Bella.
If something doesn't work, don't push or pull harder.
And that really has to do with these tripods. It's real easy for you guys to forget that if you just kind of crank on this, it often, if you have this locked down, this is actually unlocked, it'll make a noise. It's really hard to move. There is nothing in technology that should be difficult. It should always be easy. If it's not, you don't want to keep pushing or pulling harder, otherwise you stand a chance of breaking something. So, in our last video, we talked about inside the battery tin, we have a cookie tin here that has all the batteries. Inside here we have a quarter. The quarter's job is to help us with the tripod mounting shoe, which is right here on the bottom. We have to make sure that this is tight. We also have to make sure that it's lined up with the lens. This is not universal. It can't go in any direction. It actually has to go lined up with the lens. If you put it like this, your camera's going to be sideways. We don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that it's like this. Once we tighten this down, please don't lose the quarter, we should be able to put it right on the tripod without any problem. Now today I'm going to leave this off for a second because I'm going to go over the parts and then I'm going to go over putting this on the tripod and taking it off. And hopefully we'll be done in just a little bit. Who can tell me what this part of the tripod is right here? What is that called? Everybody, go for it.
The spreaders.
This spreads our legs apart and that's what we use when we're moving the tripod, right? Who can tell me, let me extend these legs real quick. That's the easiest way to do it. I just do 2 of them, throw them down, ready to go. This is our Velbin VideoMate 438. On the inside of it, you'll see there's a date on it. That's the date that we bought this tripod. This one is one of our newer ones, which means that when we put it away in the cabinet, we want to make sure we put this one inside a bag, and I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of this video. We have 4 different components at the top. Do we touch this piece?
No.
Never. This, all it does is loosen or tighten the arm. We don't want the arm to be loose, so we tighten it down, we leave it like that, we don't ever loosen this one. On this side, we've got a big knob right here in the front. Can everybody see that? I should probably go closer to the camera. So, not this one. And this one right here, do we ever touch this one?
No.
Most of you don't have a reason to, because if you loosen this, this actually makes it less stable, and what that does is it makes it so that you can crank it up. The reason that we don't use this is that it also, and then you can lock it in place, this also makes it less stable. The higher it is, the worse it is. Sometimes we need it, especially when we're filming an event, but typically if I'm going to film an event, that I need something to be this high, I'm going to use our other tripod. We actually have a taller tripod. So I'm going to leave this down. And that only leaves us with 2 different locks that we're going to use. And that's over here. We have one at the top and one right below. What does the top one do? Does anybody remember?
Makes it go up and down.
What we call that? Does anybody know what we call up and down? Yes, that's good. But anybody know what we call that? Mia?
Tilt.
This is tilt, which means this is the tilt lock. So if I'm going to be filming something straight down in front of me, I can lock it in position right there. I unlock it by loosening it just a little bit. We don't want to over tighten or over loosen these locks. I'm going to put it right there, tighten it in. What does the other one do? Ivan?
It makes it pan.
This is our pan. So if I have it unscrewed a little bit, that is now unlocked. That's our pan lock. We have a pan lock and a tilt lock. On the very top, can you focus right here? Is that possible? This is the part that I feel like students have a really hard time with, is getting the camera off the tripod. And we have the tripod mounting shoe already in place. It stays on there. And all you have to do is slide it in. Tilt the camera like this, slide it in, and then right here is where people have a hard time seeing. There's actually a button right there. And if I push down on the camera, the lock comes over and I just make sure it's in place, and that is pretty much locked on tight. Even if I take the spreader and turn it upside down, that's not going anywhere. Okay? So if I need to move my camera, my tripod, all I have to do, push the spreader up, take it wherever I need to go. When I come back in at the end of the period, if I need to take my tripod and put it away, I'm going to undo all the legs. In this case, I usually like to hold on to the camera just to make sure. Legs all come down, lock them up, and we're ready to go. If I want to take the camera off, always go to a place where there's nothing that's going to interrupt you, nothing that's going to get in the way. Use your spreader. Put it out on a table so that your hands are free to get the camera. We'll have to edit that out. One more. There we go. It's okay. Take the lock off, slide the camera off. Now the camera's ready to be put away. I'm going to take the leash, wrap it around, put it in the cabinet. I'm going to take the tripod spreader. We have 3 sides to a tripod. One of them has the lock that we said not to worry about, not to use. One of them has the handle for that particular extension. The third side just has a little bubble level. All I want to do is take the tilt, undo the lock, push it down, and now it's ready to go into a bag or into the cabinet. Anybody have any questions? Pretty good? Good. This has been video 2. Next video, I believe, I don't know, what else should we cover? What do you guys think? Next video, we'll talk about dancing and how to make brownies, okay?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. All right, Cougars.
Hoo-ah!
Thank you.